Alright, be getting ready to start here shortly. We got a race between Azder and FusionWarrior 86. I'm Amadeus Zeno, I'll be doing your commentary. Mithramiz is doing our restreaming, and Darkrid 12 is going to do our tracking. Also rolled the seed for this one. Alright, we got the countdown started in the SRL. Alright, the runners have the go in SRL, so we'll be seeing them start real shortly here. Alright, the runners are started. I don't think either of these runners use Moonfall. No. We'll see what the first item is going to be this time. It looks like a FusionWarrior trying to do Moonfall, but having a little bit of trouble with it. Azder's the first one down the elevator. And our first item is high jump boots. Yeah, exactly. Is it randomized? It's always where high jump boots are. Azder has his morph ball in the ceiling. Whenever it's not in its vanilla location, that's always where it'll be. And we find a pack of power bombs. Azder choosing to not check Billy Mays. At Alpha Missiles, we find another pack of power bombs. FusionWarrior is going to be going to check Billy Mays. Azder is going to check left of Morph. Azder finds an E-Tank. And it looks like Azder is going to be going meme route. FusionWarrior turns off his high jump boots. Makes it a little easier to make that jump on the invisible bridge to Billy Mays. Find a pack of power bombs. And Spring Ball. Meanwhile, Azder in Green Hill Zone finds another pack of power bombs himself. Azder now in Big Pink, bottom we see a pack of power bombs there. At the charge location, a reserve tank. And not many racers tend to use SMRAT in these races. It has been done, it's just not really the most popular. Now at the top of Big Pink, we find the Spacer Beam. FusionWarrior picking up his third pack of power bombs from the Alpha Missiles location. And Azder is now going to check Etacoons. FusionWarrior is now left to morph, getting his first E-Tank. And Azder finds an E-Tank as the first item in Etacoons. And at the top of Etacoons we find X-Ray. So still no missiles yet for Azder. FusionWarrior checking below Old Mother Brain and finds Screw Attack. We got FusionWarrior working on the climb. Having a little bit of trouble with the wall jumps. I said Dark was a seed roller. Dark is our seed roller and tracker for this race. Go ahead, rewind the VOD. Alright. Now both runners are going to check last missiles. And we find a pack of supers. It's the first missiles of any type for anybody. And both runners are headed to BT now. And BT is holding on to an E-Tank. Alright. So, Azder's headed out to the ship. FusionWarrior's doing the same. And Azder already took a look at the backside of Gauntlet and knows that it's some ammo there. So we got Azder headed into Gauntlet. FusionWarrior seems to be headed towards wrecked ship. At the moat, we find a pack of super missiles. I missed what that was the front of Gauntlet, but Azder seems to not be too worried about it. We're going to reset. FusionWarrior is headed into the top of Red Tower. Having supers and power bombs, he will be able to check both alpha and beta power bombs. Looks like Azder might be headed the same way. Beta power bombs, we find a pack of missiles. The runners, if they go for either the Spring Ball strat or CWJ, could get over to wrecked ship, but where they only had supers, wouldn't be the best way to fight Phantoon. Fusion has screw attack, which would make it safer, but Azder hasn't found screw attack yet. Fusion now checking beta power or alpha power bombs as Azder is at beta. Find a pack of power bombs. And another pack of supers at alpha. FusionWarrior is heading back up. Azder looks like he's going to go head down Red Tower. Azder was not able to check early power, or early supers, I mean. So, don't know if he'll backtrack that way. Azder now going to check the Spacer Beam location. FusionWarrior is stopping at the ship. Getting no save there. At Spacer we find just a pack of missiles. And it looks like FusionWarrior is going to go for a gauntlet check. In a little trouble with the wall jumps. It is hard getting the wall jumps to go for an early gauntlet check. The high jump strat is pretty cool. Looks like he's going for the wall jump just a little high. Oh, we got Azder into Kraid's lair now. Oh, and finds charge beam in the wall. Made a quick use of the X-ray to see the item there, and of course definitely wants that. Looks like Fusion's changed his mind about checking Gauntlet. With Azder having already checked Gauntlet, we know that it's just ammo, so FusionWarrior is not missing out on much. Still going to check the backside. Most likely to see if it'll be worth it for him later. And sees just a E-tank and missile. And behind Crate we find Speed Booster. Alright. You see burning? That clip? Yeah, I said Dark rolled the seed. Alright. So we got FusionWarrior at early supers. The Crate E-tank item is a pack of supers. Alright. So we got pack of supers and missiles for FusionWarrior. And an E-tank. Nice mock ball by Azder getting out of Kraid's lair. And Azder's now going to check the high jump boots location. FusionWarrior's picking up another pack of supers. At high jump boots we see a pack of supers, wave beam. And what's our item at the high jump location? Another pack of supers. FusionWarrior now headed down into Etacoons. FusionWarrior will be able to check what's behind the green door. Azder did not have super missiles yet when he had gone down to Etacoons. And we find a pack of supers there. Azder now taking Frog Speedway, going to check the bottom of Bubble Mountain. And it's just a pack of supers. I started taking a look at the Croc escape item, just found a pack of missiles there. FusionWarrior's now done with his checks of Etacoons. Sure, we'll see FusionWarrior head into Big Pink and check out all the items there. We didn't really see any checks in Big Pink from Azder, not having any missiles at the time. Had no way to check pretty much anything there except for items at the top and bottom and the charge beam location. Azder's now appears to be headed to Big Pink himself. FusionWarrior picks up Spacer Beam at the top of Big Pink and is now headed over into Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, we found a pack of power bombs. And Azder's going to be going to check Waterway. FusionWarrior picking up the power bombs at the bottom of Big Pink. Azder's charging up a Shine Spark. And finds a pack of supers at Waterway. FusionWarrior grabs the reserve tank at charge location. Looks like FusionWarrior is setting up for a Spore Spawn skip. Seems to be going for the strat of firing a super while jumping forward. That is the more difficult way to get it, but he does get it. So we got a little bit of sync here as they're both going checking the Spore Spawn item. They both get their grapple beam. And we got Azder going in for a wave gate check. Having wave beam makes it no problem to get through there. FusionWarrior is going to have to do the wave gate glitch, not having found the wave beam yet. We found a pack of missiles out behind the wave gate. FusionWarrior is having a little trouble there, but does get the wave gate glitch. His first couple supers was firing them off a little late. FusionWarrior chooses to not pick up those missiles. Azder now at Mission Impossible picking up the power bombs there. FusionWarrior's headed into the Green Hill Zone. And Azder's headed back out of Big Pink. Seems to be headed towards early supers and falls down to the Decora pit. FusionWarrior is now into the Red Tower and is going to be heading down. Azder, having found Speed Booster, doesn't even have to worry about doing the mock ball. And FusionWarrior is going to check X-Ray. And at X-Ray we found the Ice Beam. So, really nice find for FusionWarrior. Alright, Azder's headed back into Hedicoons. Having not had supers the first time around, is wondering what's behind the green door. I believe it was just a pack of supers there. And Azder takes the supers. FusionWarrior is now headed down Red Tower. And Azder's heading back up to Criteria. Azder's checking the spacer beam location. Sure, we're gonna see Azder head right over to Rex ship now. Did I say Azder had spacer? I meant FusionWarrior. Of course. Azder's checking the Criteria power bombs. And finds an E-tank there. FusionWarrior's now in Kraid's lair. FusionWarrior picks up Charge Beam. Of course, runners are always happy to find Charge Beam. That way they're not having to worry quite so much about how much ammo they have for when they get to their Ridley and Mother Brain 2 fights. Azder checking the item up in the Morph Ball maze. Looked like it was just a pack of missiles. At the bottom of the ocean, we find a pack of supers. We do get an ocean fly from Azder. FusionWarrior's taking Kraid to prom. And Kraid is down for FusionWarrior. I missed what item Azder just saw. Ocean flies pretty much just getting the Shine Spark across the ocean there. It is possible to fly through the moat and straight across the ocean in one shot. A lot of runners don't really do it because you end up losing a lot of health that way. Azder's Phantoon fight. Phantoon is down for Azder. Wonder how many checks Azder will be making in wrecked ship. Where he hasn't found any suits, I'm sure we'll see him do a number of checks. Yeah, we're always happy to answer as many questions as we can when it comes to the game. Alright, on the right side of wrecked ship, we found a pack of power bombs. FusionWarrior's picked up the wave beam. Oh, Azder finds regular bombs. And Azder now headed up to the attic. You were hesitating, Dark. Alright. Azder has the attic cleared out. Now going to check the right side. Yeah. Hey, you didn't click it as fast as I did. And I waited a few seconds. On the right side attic, we found a pack of super missiles. Azder headed right over to check sky missiles. And we found a pack of power bombs there. I agree, Burning. Hesitating is better than sleeping. Yeah. Not that we know anybody that would do that. Azder, forgetting he has bombs, uses a power bomb to get through the morph ball maze there. Kills the red gamer. Gets a nice shine spark across bowling. FusionWarrior's headed back up Red Tower. Sure, headed to wreck ship himself. Having a little bit of trouble here with the Rippers. Azder finding a pack of missiles, headed over to the wreck ship reserve. And it's a vanilla reserve. Azder does grab it though. At gravity beam, we find just a pack of missiles. So, kind of curious on where the suits are. Azder didn't go through Spiky Room of Death, and so that's possibly where he's headed right now. Looks like he's going for a quick save. FusionWarrior is now checking the criteria power bombs. And Azder for sure is going to check the wreck ship E-tank item. And FusionWarrior picking up the E-tank at criteria power bombs. Looks like FusionWarrior is doing the wraparound shot and gonna go for a Shine Spark through Gauntlet. I missed what Azder just found over at the wreck ship E-tank location. Apparently, nothing that he wanted, having taken a reset. No supers. Thank you, Doc. So, looks like Climb Supers is going to be the location to go to. After getting a nice reverse Shine Spark across the ocean. FusionWarrior grabbing a reserve tank at the front of Gauntlet. Not sure what Azder was doing there. Possibly just panning the screen down to see the crabs better. FusionWarrior taking a bit of caution with the acid. And is now through Gauntlet. Yeah, that's a good point, Dark. Azder has not checked X-ray yet. FusionWarrior at the backside of the Gauntlet, grabbing the E-tank. Azder has some power bombs ready, so I believe he is going, definitely going for the X-ray check. And doing a crystal flash at the same time. Azder now picks up the Ice Beam. FusionWarrior is trying to get the Shine Spark across the moat. Having a little bit of trouble with that. Changes his mind, decides to go for the intended grapple strats. FusionWarrior's now at the bottom of the ocean. Going to pick up a pack of supers there. Azder, I'm sure, is headed to Climb Supers. Having eliminated pretty much all the other checks that he could do here. Actually, Azder hasn't checked Billy Mays yet, so he may check that first. Well, may not necessarily be Varia. It could be Gravity Suit there. And we could find Varia hidden somewhere in Meridia. But quite sure that one of the suits has to be at the Climb Supers. Azder going under Old Mother Brain where he'll find Screw Attack. Screw Attack, of course, is a great item. Helps a lot in Lower Norfair, as well as many other areas in the game. And Azder is going to climb supers. So, be nice getting to see what the item here is. And doesn't get the Shine Spark in time. Gets it on the second try and finds Varia Suit. So that means Gravity Suit is most likely either at Crocomire or somewhere in Bubble Mountain. So what's everybody think? We're gonna find Gravity at Crocomire? You have a point there. Azder very well might do a suitless Meridia. We've seen him do it before. Fusion Warriors. Definitely well into his Fantoon fight. Not sure what he was setting up for there. Choosing to use a charge shot instead of Dopplers. And Azder hasn't picked up Spring Ball. It was in Billy Mays, which he never went to. And from the looks of things, probably won't. Fusion Warrior's taking a bit of damage from Fantoon, but finishes him off. Azder now down into Norfair. Seems to be headed either, most likely, just straight down to Lower Norfair. Collecting some power bombs off the B-Domes there in Frog Speedway. Fusion Warriors working on checking all the items in Wrecked Ship. And Azder's headed up into Bubble Mountain. And finds Space Jump over there on the left side of Bubble Mountain. There's 2 more items to check over here. Having Space Jump makes this next room a lot easier for Azder. Finds an E-Tank, which he's grabbing. So definitely a good health refill for Azder and gives him enough E-Tanks to do stand-up. Fusion Warrior now picking up his Morph Ball bombs. And Azder going for a Lava Dive to go to Lower Norfair. Fusion Warriors taking a save in Wrecked Ship. Azder does an excellent job with the lava dive. Having the high jump boots does make a lava dive much easier. FusionWarrior taking some damage in the spiky death room. And then pops his reserves. And FusionWarrior takes a death to the spiky death room. The room claims yet another victim. Azder now in worst room of the game, having all the movement items besides Spring Ball. Definitely makes that room no problem whatsoever. FusionWarrior is not sure where he's trying to go now. Oh, looks like he might be trying to set up for doing a Crystal Flash, maybe. Is damaging down off the sparks here. Yeah, FusionWarrior's doing a Crystal Flash. Azder getting double KO'd down. Not that often we see that. It's a nice Shine Spark kill on the first pirate, and another one on the second. FusionWarrior back in the spiky death room, and again using the nice spring ball strats. Fell off the one platform there. FusionWarrior's made it through the spiky death room this time. Azder's headed into his Ridley fight. I missed exactly how many supers Azder came in with, but having Charge Beam, I'm sure he's not too worried. We're switching to some charge shots now. And missed will make that too. And Ridley is down for Azder. Missed what happened on FusionWarrior side. I believe that was just a reset after checking the wreck ship E-Tank item. Okay, yeah, he did reset. Thank you, dog. FusionWarrior going for the clip here. Gets it on his third try. Fusion's health is not looking the greatest. Having Screw Tag definitely is helping out with the addict there. Collecting all the health that he can get off the enemies there as they die. Azder's working on the lower North Hair escape. Azder's made a couple checks in lower North here. Not many. Losing a lot of health in the acid there. FusionWarrior seems to be farming off everything in the attic. 'Tis just a flesh wound. Azder not checking wave or speed. So it looks like looks like Azder's not hunting for gravity. He grabs his save here. Azder is definitely heading to do a suitless Meridia. Azder is very well at doing suitless Meridia. Sure, not worried about this at all. Oh, has a little bit of a fall there. Doesn't fall very far, though. Seems the fish there is giving Azder a little bit of trouble. He gets it this time. FusionWarriors and bowling. Azder now using grapple beam to work his way across here. Is there an echo? There's an echo, I'm not sure why. I have things muted over on my end. Azder gets a nice grapple climb there. Azder's health is pretty low. He has some reserves, but I'm not sure how much. FusionWarrior's all done with wrecked ship. Azder's health is really low now. I'm not sure what's causing this echo. It seems to be gone now. FusionWarriors headed down, hopefully to check climb supers. Again, going for a moonfall, but not quite getting it. Behind Botwoon, we find a pack of missiles. Yeah, Swap, it was a little bit before the runners found their first missiles. And Fusion Warrior's now getting his various suit-at climb supers. So, Varia, of course, being in a bit of a trolley location, and there's a bit before either one of them found any missiles. Kind of made the seed not the greatest for them. So, wonder which way Fusion is gonna head. We got Azder heading into the Dragon fight. Not sure if he'll be checking any more items or if he's just straight up in go mode now. Azder going for a save first. Azder seems to have been damaging down a bit with the mock droids. So, Azder's damage down. Looks like he might be going for the Crystal Flash trick there when Dragon grabs. Azder just staying in a morph ball to dodge all the swoops from Dragon. Gets grabbed. Shakes out of his grasp. Not sure what Azder is going for here. Looks like he's gonna just go for a grapple kill this time. Alright, Azder does have a suit. Or a blue suit. Use a nice grapple climb to get out. Positions himself. And uses a Shine Spark to get out, no problem. Tried using Frozen Mock Droids to get out of there, but froze it just a little too high. Fusion Warriors headed down Red Tower again. Sure to go check Bubble Mountain. Either that or possibly going to Croc. FusionWarrior headed over to the ice beam location. We haven't seen what's over here yet, so could find something good over here. But the only thing FusionWarrior really needs right now is just to find gravity suit. And finds an E-tank. I thought Fusion had already found space jump. I forgot that he hadn't found it yet. There's gravity suit in the crumble shaft. And Fusion gets up there just a hair too late. Sure, FusionWarrior would like to find space jump, but does know how to do the gravity jump to get into Lower Norfair. And Azder's turned off screw attack and is getting a refill at the ship. FusionWarrior's about to head into Lower Norfair as Azder is making his way over to Turian. Only lunatics and people who want to go fast use item cancel. I use item cancel a lot. So which one do I fall under? Lunatic, obviously. And after grouping up the Metroids in the first room, Fusion gets his gravity jump very well this time. Looks like Azder is getting ready to do a baby skip. And Azder gets the baby skip. Fusion Warriors into worst room in the game. Turn screw attack off. I'm not sure why. There we go, Fusion is up the worst part of worst room in the game. Azder is in his Mother Brain 2 fight. Of course, unloading all his supers first. Having not found plasma, and using off the ammo first will help him go by a little faster. Azder's down by 1 E-tank, but has reserves, so we might possibly see stand-up. Nope, sets to damage down instead. Azder could have done stand-up, but this beam combo would have saved a little bit of time. Probably just doesn't want to put in the time of doing all stand-up. And I'm not sure if he got a save before he came down in. That is interesting, seeing the baby with him still having 118 health. The most health I've seen before was 100. One has saved a whole lot of shots there during Mother Brain 3. But the way I look at it is it could still be worth it. Of course, it all depends on your level of confidence against your opponent. So overall, there's a lot of things we do to save a couple seconds here and there. So if you save a few seconds on Mother Brain 3 fight, for some people it could be worth it. And Mother Brain 3 is down for Azder. Fusion getting a nice Shine Spark there. I forget what that room is called, but Shine Spark and a cross it definitely makes it a lot easier. So we got Fusion farming up for his Ridley fight. Seems to have plenty of ammo and health for it. Yeah, he did the Dojo Spark, if that's what it's called, from the Ninja Pirate room. Azder falling a little bit there. That's what you're calling it from now on. That works. Azder getting the last Shine Spark of the game up the climb room. Fusion looks like getting close to being done with Ridley. And Ridley is down for fusion. And Azder is done with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 15 seconds. Azder is not going to be joining us for an interview this time. Alright, so... Dark, I also had marked Ridley for Azder too. Yeah, FusionWarrior is working on the lower Norfair escape now. And he said he will be playing up the seed, which is always nice. The Key Hunter's kind of ganging up on him there. Oh, Dark, it's not doing your job, I'm just helping. Alright, so... Let's see... Azder will be moving on to face Real Pyro. FusionWarrior will be going down into the alternative bracket. Doesn't have an opponent matched up yet. Be facing the loser between the match of Beef Robber and Seffy. That's true, Dark. But I'm not patient enough to wait 20 minutes. You had like 20 seconds there. Alright, FusionWarrior is now done with Lower Norfair. Not sure we'll see him making many item checks after this. Having Charge Beam and a good amount of ammo doesn't really need anything else. Alright. 46% collection rate from Azder. Looks like Fusion has similar amount of items, so I'm sure that'll be pretty close. Funny, I don't remember ever messing with your tracker. But my memory's bad, so... I might have. Yeah. If they're not using player 3 and player 4, that doesn't count. Now marking player 1 and 2 when Dark is tracking, yeah, that's totally different. So we're still getting some item checks from Fusion here. Not sure, maybe he's just looking for an E-tank to get a refill. FusionWarrior going for the ice clip. He has speed booster, so I'm not sure why he decided to go for the speed clip there. Of course I'm having fun, Dark. Fusion unloading some supers on Batoon. Yeah, how would that confuse people, Bunny? Yeah. See, Azder only collected, charge, plasma, Varia, and high jump boots. What more do you need? I'm not sure if Fusion meant to get a Shine Spark going straight up and bonking on the ceiling. Maybe meant to go for an angled Shine Spark. Yeah, that location of area is definitely not where anybody ever wants to see it when they're running a seed. What do you mean a lie, Bunny? It's not a lie. Fusion getting a health refill here before heading into his Dragon fight. And he's going to be checking the item in the Precious Room, it looks like. And it's a pack of supers. Chase Varia was at Climb Supers. It'd be interesting to find out if space jumper gravity is required for Billy Mays. FusionWarrior having unloaded a few supers on Dragon. Looks like I was going for a quick grapple, but not quite getting it. Looks like he's firing the grapple a little too early, not quite getting grabbed yet. You do have to get grabbed first before you shoot the grapple, otherwise Dragon won't get you. That is true, Azder. We did see you clear out, like, everything. Yeah. And then Dragon is down for fusion. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't know that not having gravity equipped changed when the baby would come. Fusion going for gravity jumps to get out of here. You can just run and jump and get a wall jump off that ledge. Looks like he keeps going for the gravity jump a little too early. Looks like he's got it this time. Fusions. All done. I'll mark Dragon for you, Dark. So, see Fusion just make his way out of Meridia. Probably stop by the ship before heading into Turian. This time Fusion remembering that he has speed booster. Looks like Fusion having a little bit of a dance there with the red fish. Alright, Fusion's now done with Meridia. Heading back into Criteria now. Fusion getting a refill at the ship now. Fusion's now through G4, making way down the elevator into Turton. First Metroid room is now done. And it gets grabbed by one of the Metroids in the second room. Seems to be having a little trouble trying to get the Metroid off him. There we go, he's got it. Third Metroid room is down. Words are hard. Getting grabbed in the fourth Metroid room, just uses some power bombs. So, lost quite a bit of health, but it's not a problem. Gets hit by a side hopper, pops the reserves. Has to be a little careful here. It looks like might be getting ready for... Oh, nice, gets fine art. So it looks like Fusion's getting ready to do a crystal flash after the baby. Having damage down already before the baby. And takes no time before the baby's right back off of him. And goes for the crystal flash. Looks like Fusion's having a little trouble with the Zeb skip. Gonna reset the room. After a couple tries, I find it a lot easier to reset the room when going for a Zeb skip. And gets it this time, though. Seems to be using some spring ball strats to get through where all the other Zebs would have been. Not sure why Fusion isn't just freezing the Rinkas. Just jumps right into Mother Brain's glass, starts firing the supers in her face at close range. Fusion now switching from supers to using charge shots. Most likely saving those last 15 supers for when Mother Brain gets into the catch-up phase. I find it easier myself to just use the supers and everything to damage Mother Brain down quicker in this kind of situation. So during the catch-up phase, there's some lag, which I find easier to dodge. That way I can use my charge shots with lower risk of getting hit. And it looks like Mother Brain 2 is done. Babies finished draining the life out of Mother Brain. We'll now be transferring that energy into Fusion. And Mother Brain 3 is down for Fusion. I'm not familiar with what that condition is, but yeah, definitely a lot of props to Fusion for competing. Everyone, definitely make sure to give both the runners a follow if you haven't already. FusionWarrior is just about done with the escape. Getting the last shine spark up the climb tower. And it looks like Fusion's going to save the animals. Making sure to watch, see all the animals get out safely. There we go. Fusion is finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 37 seconds. And Fusion will be joining us for an interview in just a moment. It's good to know, Dark. Thank you. Hello, Fusion and GG.
Thank you. GG. GG to Azder. That was wow. Look at all he. Wow. Look at how little he got. Okay, that explains it.
Looking at his
there's
tracker.
no morph ball, so that's gotta be changed. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
How can you do Crocomire and Shaq Tool without morph ball and all suitless except for Varia?
Yeah. You actually had pretty similar item loadout to you. Difference was Azder did not pick up Gravity Suit and didn't go up to Billy Mason, never got Spring Ball, but found Space Jump.
Ah, yeah. Where was Space Jump?
I forget where it was off the top of my head. Perhaps someone in chat will be able to let us know.
Yeah. I mean, Gravity was my absolute go mode item, but I saw and that location for Varia was annoying. I was going for the density too, but I chose to go that way because it would get me 2 extra item checks in addition to getting me close to even more item checks, and if I found anything good, I would be straight go mode, and Gravity being right there was perfect because, yeah, I could just jet down to, I could just jet on down to Ridley, to the whole loop.
Yep. So, of course, after this match, you'll be going down into the alternative bracket.
That's fine. As expected.
We have no idea who you'll be facing yet. It'll be whoever loses the match between Beef Robber and Seffi.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
At least if I'm reading the brackets correctly, that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Azder will be moving on to face Real Pyro.
Nice. Yeah, I know I made some interesting low density plays early on, but that's because against someone of the caliber that Azder is, if I found at the top of Red Tower, if I found like Gravity and Varia all together, I would have had a chance to win because that wouldn't have been as quickly looked at.
Sometimes routing decision can make a huge difference.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I mean, I needed gravity jumps to get around because I didn't have space jump, and I took into advice some of the things told to me about my worst room in the game. So I did that. Collected a few extra
Yeah.
power bombs to make sure that I could do that. But yeah, that was a fun seed. I actually really enjoyed it.
Cool. It's definitely great that a lot of people are really enjoying this tournament and the races. And
Yeah.
I've enjoyed every race I've done myself as well.
Beautiful. I mean, I love Super Metroid in general, so just getting to play more of it is always a good time.
I agree. Unless you decide to make a different type of rando seed for yourself and do some of the crazy settings.
Yeah,
I got a friend of mine that
those.
tends to do that quite regularly and is always saying how much he hates the game, but he never stops playing it. In fact, it's pretty much the only game he plays.
Wow. But yeah, I actually need to start my day. I need to go get the groceries, and then I need to go to work.
All right.
So,
Anything else you wanted to add about the seed before you head out?
No, I mean it was just I mean, besides the location of Varia, it was a pretty decent seed. Could have entirely skipped wrecked ship because of that location, but one check, or actually technically two checks versus the entirety of a required dungeon. You don't always make the play, but yeah, I had fun. I know.
Imagine skipping wreck ship.
Yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck to you and the rest of your races, and once again, GG.
Yeah, thank you. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too. Hope everyone has a great day. I believe that's it for our stream. I know there's some more races coming up today. At 1 o'clock, we have the first match between Messia and Fuzda. And at 3 o'clock, they'll be having their second match. And then 7 o'clock this evening, we have Benergetic versus D-Drag. And all those times are Eastern Standard Time. So, depending on what time zone you live in, may have to adjust for those times. But I believe that's all for us for now. So, I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here, and I hope everybody has a great day.